Hello and welcome to this sixth session on resume lectures. This one we're going to talk about formatting. Formatting is how we lay out our resume so that users can process the information. At least that's why I use formatting. Some people use formatting as a sort of a way to say, look how creative I am. And I think that's a mistake. Your resume has to deliver information quickly, efficiently. Remember we said 6 seconds. You need to organize it in a way that it is easy to process, easy to grasp, easy to find the information that you need. To do that, you're going to apply style. Style means fonts, font family, font weight, and issues like italicized and that sort of thing. You have to remember that your resume should be structured in such a way that it can be converted to corporate database. And they're going to strip out all of your word formatting. So rich text formatting is an appropriate way to go. The examples I'm going to show you are going to show you some resumes that have word formatting and have they use a lot of tables and that sort of thing. That's not going to work when you're converting. They're also generally not going to help as far as the easy transfer of understanding. When your busy manager is looking at a very convoluted and complex documents with a lot of distraction, a lot of basically look at me, look here, look there, all at once, it's going to overwhelm them. And they're going to have trouble processing what it is you're creating. There are exceptions. If you're a web master, you're a web developer, you're a graphic artist, you're going to want to put in some creative visual, element to your resume, but that's a rarity. Almost everyone else, a wide range of other people, your manager is simply wanting to know, what have you done? What do you know? What can you do for me? And this formatting is how we make that information easy to process. So let's look at some examples. Okay, enough talking about theory. Let's take a look at something here. This is a resume that applies our simple structure. We have an objective, we have skills, we have experience, we have education. Very simple resume, and it cuts to the chase. It's going to have your name and your last name. By the way, this shouldn't actually be bold. It should be not bold. It should be a little bit larger in font, but not bold, because we're applying bold to our objective, skills, experience, and education. We're having a standard approach to our style that involves bolding. So, as you can see here, we have the title and the rationale that this is a credible candidate. We're listing skills in a list format. We're providing the experience, when they worked to when they worked, or to when they quit working, where they worked, the city they worked in, and the role. These words, of course, these are not the way a bullet would be written. We'll talk about how we write bullets next. Right now we're just talking about formatting. We're not bolding keywords because we're counting on them to be able to read them, because we've set them apart in clear columns and we're not overwhelming them with a lot of words. This resume is going to cut to the chase. It's going to tell them what they need to know, make them want to know more. By the way, this colon doesn't belong here either. So style involves, or formatting involves the application of style, proper application. And we only use a colon when the header is followed by content. But when the header stands alone, we don't use a colon. Okay. And I'm sure there's debate about that, but that's the way I would approach it. So let's look at it after we strip out. You load this up into the corporate website. It's a Word document, but they're going to convert it to rich text format. It's going to lose all the bolding. This is a little larger font, and it may not retain the larger font. Depends on how they actually format their content. Some of it is just simply text formatting, not even rich text formatting. you can see that here we lost the tab spaces, and that may not happen on all of them. What will often happen is there'll be extra spaces put in which you'll have to take out, and this tab spacing will will still be there, but it may not be accurate. They may not line up. So you might have to do a little bit of adjusting, but it's very minimal what you have to do. And as I said, you may want to have a resume that is separate for uploading, but personally I don't do that because my resume doesn't need any fancy formatting. It's not the colors that are going to attract the hiring manager to me. It's going to be the information that I provide and the way that I provide it. I'm going to give you two quick examples of resumes that use formatting that do not support processing of information. This is a very nice looking resume. Unfortunately, nice as it is, it doesn't help. So there's a lot of emphasis around the name of the person, but remember putting yourself in the shoes of your resume reader. He's really not interested in the name of the person until this content makes him interested. So initially, this place here, this is where he goes to get the information. He knows where it is. He's going to go there if he needs to. We have a problem with these headers, although they are very close to what we're looking for as far as a breakdown in information, objective, skills, experience, and then education down here. The trouble is they're not strong enough to help your eye draw to it and pull out the information you need. So that's a problem. They're also blue, and the color is going to be sucked out of it when it's converted as it's uploaded into a system. These lines are going to disappear. This color is going to disappear. You're just going to see Larry. This content here that's right justified, it's going to jump all the way to the left. So you're going to lose your formatting, and this formatting is not helping you a great deal. So it's very stylistic, but it's not fitting a strategy of communicating information efficiently. Particularly of note here is the skills and abilities. We have a problem with there's too many, they're flooding us, and the manner in which they're giving them to us is very hard to process. This is just simply a dump of words. If we go back to what we were doing, where we have the columns, 3 columns, well set apart, that's something that helps a reader process the information. So that's a better approach. Now let's look at another example of a resume that's highly formatted and not helping itself. This formatting is colorful, but these colors are not particularly pleasing, and they're not going to draw us to this person. They're not going to help us out. There's too much distraction here. This is distracting. It's not helping us. We've also got all these different compartments on this document, and they're not necessarily logical. Forgive me for these little yellow comments. This is when I was giving feedback to the person who wrote this. Each one of these holds a comment about what they're doing. You can see that bold is rather widely used. It's used for headers, but it's also used, so here we have a header that's bold, but we also have a heading, a subheading when it comes to education. Also, this person is presenting education before they've shown that they have experience that is on point and that the hiring person can have confidence in. We have a lot of experience here. We see that we have a teaching certificate, but this person is looking for training and development. Well, it's fine if they're looking for a teaching position. But we see that we have e-learning, instructional design, and that's again a problem. This person has so many different areas that they're saying is their areas of expertise that we don't really know what job they want. So which job are they actually going for? I want to belabor you with these non-examples. We've beat them up enough. Keep in mind that too much formatting, getting too fancy is going to be distracting. It's the enemy of easy processing of information. Your consumer is interested in getting answers to those critical questions. Does this person want this job? Is this person a credible candidate? Does this person have the key skills? Does this person have experience proving they can do the job I need done? Have they done it for someone else so that I don't have to worry that they're going to start the job and not be able to do it, and I'll have to look again for somebody else? Don't want to do that. So that's all about formatting. And next we're going to talk about how do you make content that makes your reader say, okay, I understand, and this person is pretty cool. I want to meet this person. That's our next challenge.